John Quigley's been busy.
Far from being the confused and confusing man we saw in the great Clive Palmer defamation case, WA's Minister for Electoral Affairs has delivered a well-crafted reform package targeting political donations, said donations being both the lifeblood of and corrupting influence on modern democracy.
Why not both?
Why not?
At the moment, parties only need to declare a donation above $2,500. That's coming down to $1,000.
Why not make all donations declarable?
The idea is average Joe in the burbs who flicks a few bucks to a local MP won't necessarily want people knowing they're card-carrying lefties, free Tibet, you heard me, or Bison Man-style hard-right voters.
I'm beautiful, baby. I'm great.
I get that. We all want a bit of privacy.
I'm beautiful, baby. I'm great.
Most importantly, parties will need to declare the source of their funding much quicker. We'll find out who's spreading the cash each week instead of each year, and during election campaigns the register will need to be updated daily. The government's also closing a loophole that allows state parties to game the system by using the federal disclosure regime where the minimum threshold is more than $16,000. And in bad news for would-be Manchurian candidates, foreign donations will be banned.
Neurons got exposed and circuits got rewired.
The most a party which is contesting every seat can take will be $10 million, and there's a cap on what individual candidates can pocket as well.
Sounds good. What's the catch?
Always a quid pro quo in politics. The rub is taxpayers will have to shell out more.
There's always a catch.
At the moment, any party winning 4% of the vote gets $2.26 for each vote they get. That's going up to $4.40.
Just over double.
The Cook government's arguing parties need the extra money to employ the bean counters who will ensure they comply with the new regime.
That's really bullshit.
Probably, but we'll have to live with it.
Why not just ban donations altogether?
That's a fair question. 3 reasons. First, you can argue that people and organisations, the business lobby and trade unions, have a right to participate in the democratic process. Donors often say they do what they do not because they expect something in return, but because they want to support democracy.
Bullshit.
Second, if we ban donations, then we probably wouldn't ever have a new political party. The Teals would never have got over the line without the largesse of a Daddy Warbucks like Simon Holmes Accord. Third, and most importantly, a ban could just shift the problem. Political donations are like water on a pavement. They'll find the cracks.
Tell them to bring me my money.
In the case of a complete ban, that crack would be the formation of US-style political action committees, which anyone who's watched West Wing or Veep knows as PACs.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is democracy.
You don't donate to a particular party, you donate to an organisation that looks like that party and promotes that party's platform.
We've all done it.
So-called soft money.
Property developers can still open the checkbook.
Yep.
That's one thing, I tell you.
Good news for Nigel. Other states have banned donations by property developers, but Quigley reckons it's too easy to circumvent the law, so he's opting for transparency, sunshine being the best disinfectant, as they say.
It's still going to be an imperfect system.
You can't donate $1,000 to an MP without disclosing it, but you can quietly serve them a $1,000 bottle of wine. So there's still going to be a smell when this is followed by this.
Job interview over Grange and Wagyu.
We wouldn't want that. Steak could be on all our tables soon. The strike by Chevron workers has dominated headlines over the past week, but the fallout from crimping 7% of the world's LNG market is nothing compared to this new industrial flashpoint. Australia is about to run out of chicken parmies.
Oh no.
Or parmas, depending on which part of the country you're ordering in.
Is it palmy or palmer?
Palmer.
No.
No, not for you.
Workers at Ingham's are going to stop plucking for 24 hours on Friday. The United Workers Union, which represents them, has ordered a strike in pursuit of an 18% pay rise over 3 years.
Hard to get, extremely expensive.
Ingham supplies Woolies, Coles, Aldi, KFC, Macca's and Subway.
At least it's just one day.
With most food, one 24-hour strike wouldn't make much of a difference, but we don't stockpile chicken. It's a just-in-time commodity because if you have chook sitting around for too long, we all know it can have explosive consequences.
No. No, Megan. No! No! Look away!
Ingham's offered workers in WA pay rises totalling about 11%, but the chook shredders reckon that's clucking insulting.
Oh, that was good. That was good!
I'm Ben Harvey.
God, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was. For more Up Late, click the subscribe button below.